And so I think right now with this big change in modern medicine and where we're at is that we're understanding that our relationship with nature is extremely beneficial for our physical, mental, and spiritual health, and mushrooms play a huge role in that.
They're kind of like the tie that binds.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, so the mycelium. Mycelium looks like fine white webbing, and underneath the ground that we walk on, mycelium connects everything. So the world is connected through the mushroom network. It's like the neural network in a brain almost.
And it looks like it too.
Literally looks like a physical manifestation of a neural network in real time. It's fascinating. The geometry.
It blows my mind because it's like, not to interrupt you, but I'm gonna anyways.
Please do.
But you know, like I feel like we are like supercomputers when you think of all the technology that like takes us. But we look at, you know, the earth and we're just like, oh, it's a place with like some dirt
Rock,
and some trees.
wood.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, moving around. But like it's this like insane supercomputer in its own right that is constantly repairing, fixing, picking up the slack for us lazy.
And everything talks to each other. I mean, I've seen documentaries where it's like if there's a tree that's lacking nutrients in a forest somewhere, the mushrooms, you know, through all that connective network will be like, we'll take less nutrients from the soil, and so that this tree or this, you know, fern or whatever's next to it can flourish, and it will like push the nutrients that direction. I mean,
that's
learning
nuts.
this, you're like,
it's incredible.
Wait, you mean that's not just a tree? I don't. He's got friends and shit. Like, you know, stupid human stuff.
Well, that's the thing is, as a human, we can only perceive the world as a human, and so when we think of intelligence, we can only see intelligence as being a human-esque trait or a human characteristic, but it's not. The planet we live on is intelligent. The universe we live in is intelligent. Everything is intelligent. It's connected. It communicates. It reproduces. It repairs. But the thing is I think the biggest thing with humans is that if you can't physically change your environment, then you're not intelligent. And because nature doesn't need to do that, because nature is the environment, we don't see it and respect it as being the intelligent entity that it really is. And that's the mushroom. And the mushrooms have, for me, and this is my area of non-expertise, but just personal experience, is what got me started with all this is I've had an issue in my past with substance abuse and opiates and things, but you know, I'm also a veteran. I deployed in 2009, so I battled with PTSD and other things like that. And what I realized was nature has a cure for everything. And it just so happened to be for me, in order to start understanding why I was even using these substances,